Hello students, welcome to my channel Chemistry Setu. Today we are going to start a new chapter. As you can see, redox reactions. So students, what do we mean by the term redox? Students, there are many chemical reactions which involve transfer of electron from one chemical substance to another chemical substance. These chemical reactions are termed as oxidation and reduction reactions. The word redox is a combination of these two reactions, oxidation reaction and reduction reaction. So when these two reactions proceeds simultaneously, it is termed as redox reaction. So now let's define the term oxidation and reduction. We can define the terms oxidation and reduction in two different concepts which are known as modern concept and classical concept. Classical concept of redox is defined using oxygen and hydrogen, and the modern concept of redox is defined using electrons. The addition of oxygen is known as oxidation. The removal of oxygen is known as reduction. Same, the removal of hydrogen is known as oxidation and the addition of hydrogen is known as reduction. The removal of electron is known as oxidation and the gaining of electron is known as reduction. The removal of electron or the loss of electron is known as oxidation and the gaining of electron is known as reduction. So this is the shortest and the simplest method to memorize oxidation and reduction. These are the examples of oxidation and reduction in terms of oxygen, in terms of hydrogen and in terms of loss of electron. These are the example of reduction in terms of oxygen, in terms of hydrogen and in terms of gain of electrons. Students, oxidation and reduction can be defined using one more method that is known as oxidation number method. We will talk about that later in this chapter. Students, let's discuss the term oxidation number. This is the most important topic of this chapter, so stay focused. It represents the number of electrons gained or lost by an atom when it changes to compound from its free state. I repeat, it represents the number of electron gained or lost by an atom when it changes to compound from its free state. For ionic compounds, oxidation number represents the real charge, and in case of covalent compound, oxidation number represents the imaginary charge transfer. Students, oxidation number usually defines the transfer of electron from one atom to another atom. The atom which loses electron will have a positive oxidation number and the atom which gain the extra electron will have negative oxidation number. Now let's discuss the rules for the calculation of oxidation number. There are certain number of rules using which we can calculate the oxidation number of any element in a compound. Let's discuss them one by one. Rule number 1. The oxidation number of any element in its free state will be 0. The oxidation number of any element in its free state will be equals to 0. The maximum oxidation state of any element will be equals to number of valence electron present in the atom. Rule number 3. The elements of group 1 always shows +1 oxidation state. The elements of group 1 means the alkali metal. Alkali metals are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. These elements belong to group 1. They always shows +1 oxidation state. Rule number 4. The elements of group number 2, it is elements of alkaline earth metal. The elements of group 2 will always shows +2 oxidation state. These are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. These elements will always show +2 oxidation state. Rule number 5. Oxygen. Oxygen shows 3 different oxidation states depending upon the nature of the compound. Usually, oxygen shows -2 oxidation state in its oxides. Oxygen shows -1 oxidation state in its peroxides. And oxygen shows -half oxidation state in its superoxides. Oxygen usually shows -2 oxidation state. It shows -1 oxidation state in its peroxides, and it also shows -half oxidation state in its superoxides. Rule number 6. Halogens. Halogens usually shows -1 oxidation state. Halogens usually shows -1 oxidation state, but there are some exceptions. Fluorine. Fluorine is the most electronegative element of the periodic table. Fluorine always shows -1 OS. Next, hydrogen. Hydrogen also shows 3 oxidation state. If hydrogen is present with metals, hydrogen will show -1 oxidation state. If hydrogen is present with non-metals, it will show +1 oxidation state. And if hydrogen is present in its free state, as we have mentioned in rule number 1, hydrogen will show 0 oxidation state. The algebraic sum of oxidation state of all the atoms in a neutral molecule is 0. Next rule. For complex ions or simple cation or anion, the algebraic sum of oxidation number is equal to the total charge present on the ion. With the help of these rules, we can calculate the oxidation number of any element. Let's have some examples. Here hydrogen is present in its free state, so its oxidation number will be 0. Same, oxygen is present in its free state, its oxidation number will be 0. For N2, 0, F2, 0. Here the sodium atom is present in its free state or the native state, hence its oxidation number will be equals to 0. Same for chlorine, same for calcium, magnesium 0, iron 0, zinc 0. Sulfur present in its free state, oxidation number 0. Iodine present in free state, oxidation number 0. This is not a neutral molecule, so the oxidation number will be equal to charge present on it. Hence, the oxidation number of nitrogen in this ion equals to -3. F-, this is fluoride ion. In case of ionic compound, oxidation number represents the real charge. Hence, oxidation number of fluorine is -1. In case of Na positive, this is ionic part. So the oxidation number of sodium in Na plus equals to +1. For chloride ion equals to -1. For calcium it is equal to +2. For magnesium equals to +2. Ferrous and ferric, ferrous ion will have +2 oxidation state and ferric ion will have +3 oxidation state. Zinc ion will have +2 oxidation state. For P -3, -3 charge. P4, 0 oxidation state. When lithium is present in its free state, its oxidation number will be equals to 0. But when lithium is present in its ionic form, its oxidation number will be +1. Same with the case of potassium. When potassium is present in its free state, oxidation number 0. But when it is present in ionic form, its oxidation number will be equals to +1. Rubidium is present in its free state, oxidation number 0. Present in ionic form, oxidation number +1. Cesium present in free state 0. Present in ionic form, oxidation number will be equals to total charge present on it. Total charge कितना है 1. Oxidation number will be equals to +1. When barium is present in its free state, oxidation number 0. But when it is present in ionic form, total charge define its oxidation number +2. Oxygen having -2 charge, oxidation number will be equals to -2. These are simple ions. Now let's discuss some molecules, complex cations or complex anions. We have to calculate the oxidation number of the atom having underline. In case of ammonia, we need to calculate the oxidation number of nitrogen. As we know that we don't have any rule for oxidation number of nitrogen, but we have oxidation number of hydrogen. Here hydrogen is linked with nitrogen, and nitrogen being a non-metal, hydrogen will show positive oxidation state. So assuming the oxidation number of nitrogen equals to X, 3 hydrogen atoms +1 into 3. The algebraic sum of oxidation number of all the atoms present in a molecule equals to 0. So X plus this is the oxidation number of 3 hydrogen equals to 0. It will give us X equals to -3. It means in this compound nitrogen is present in -3 oxidation state. MnO, let's assume oxidation number of manganese equals to X. As we know that oxygen usually shows -2 oxidation state, -2. The summation of oxidation number of all the element in a neutral molecule equals to 0. It will give X equals to +2. It means in this compound manganese is present in +2 oxidation state. In case of MnO2, X plus oxygen usually show -2 oxidation state. So -2, there are 2 oxygen atoms present in this, multiply by 2 equals to 0. It will give X equals to +4. In this compound manganese is present in +4 oxidation state. Let's discuss Mn2O. There are 2 atoms of manganese. So assume 2X plus -2 equals to 0. -2 is the oxidation state of oxygen. 2x equals to 2. It will give X equals to +1. Mn3O4, 3x plus -2 into 4 equals to 0. It will give 3x equals to +8. X equals to +8 by 3. This is fractional oxidation number. In case of Mn2O5, 2x plus -2 into 5 equals to 0. It will give X equals to +5. In case of MnO4 minus 2, there is one manganese atom X plus there are total 4 oxygen atoms, each will contribute minus 2 plus 4 equals to minus 2. In case of ions, the algebraic sum of oxidation number equals to charge present on the ion. So X plus minus 2 into 4 equals to minus 2. It will give X minus 8 equals to minus 2. Hence X equals to plus 6. MnO4 minus X minus 8 equals to minus 1. It will give X equals to plus 7. KMnO4, as we know, potassium is the element of group 1. Potassium will always show plus 1 oxidation state, hence plus 1, plus X is the oxidation number of manganese, plus minus 2 is the oxidation state of oxygen. There are total 4 oxygen atoms, multiply by 4, and the algebraic sum of oxidation number of all the atoms in a neutral molecule equals to 0. It will give X equals to plus 7. CH4, we need to calculate the oxidation number of carbon. X plus carbon is an example of non-metal, so hydrogen will have positive oxidation state. Plus 1 into 4 equals to 0. It will give X equals to minus 4. H2C2O4. H2C2O4. Here we need to calculate the oxidation number of carbon. Carbon and oxygen both are non-metal, so hydrogen will show positive oxidation state. Plus 1 into 2, plus there are total 2 carbon atoms, plus 2x plus minus 2 into 4 equals to 0. It will give X equals to plus 3. These are some examples. Let's discuss some more. Let's assume the oxidation number of iron is X. Chlorine being an halogen usually shows minus 1 oxidation state. There are total 2 chlorine atoms, hence minus 1 into 2. FeCl2 being a neutral molecule, the sum of oxidation number of all the atoms present in neutral molecule equals to 0. Hence we will get X equals to plus 2 oxidation number. FeCl3, X plus chlorine will show minus 1 oxidation state. There are total 3 chlorine atoms, sum equals to 0. X equals to plus 3. Being group 1 element will show plus 1 oxidation state. There are 2 potassium atom, plus 2, 1 manganese, X plus oxygen usually show minus 2 oxidation state, minus 2 into 4 equals to 0. Plus 6. X plus chlorine being an halogen will show minus 1 oxidation state, minus 1. There are 2 chlorine atoms equals to 0. X equals to plus 2. Sodium is a group 1 element. It always shows plus 1 oxidation state, plus 2 plus X plus minus 2 into 3 equals to 0. We will get X equals to plus 4. Fe3O4, there are 3 iron atoms, 3x plus minus 2 into 4 equals to 0. So we will get X equals to plus 8 by 3. This is the fractional oxidation number. H2SO4, we will calculate the oxidation number of sulfur. Oxygen and sulfur both are non-metal, so hydrogen will show +1 oxidation state. There are 2 hydrogen atoms, so +2 plus X plus -2 into 4. We will get X equals to +6. H3PO4 plus 3 plus X plus -2 into 4 equals to 0. Hence we will get X equals to +5. HClO3 is chloric acid. Hydrogen will show +1 oxidation state, plus we need to calculate the oxidation number of chlorine. Let it be X plus -2 into 3 equals to 0. So we will get X equals to +5. K2Cr2O7, potassium being a group 1 element always shows +1 oxidation state. There are 2 potassium atoms, hence +2 plus 2X plus -2 into 7 equals to 0. X equals to +12, hence X equals to +6. CrO4 -2, X plus -2 into 4 equals to -2. In all these examples, we have found that the oxidation number can be 0, it can be positive, it can be negative, and it can be fractional value. So we can conclude that the oxidation number may be 0, it may be positive, it may be negative, or it can have fractional value. But imaginary and infinite values of oxidation number are not allowed.